Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Feeling a little bit better today, but still under the weather a little bit. But we'll figure it out. Maybe this is the new norm for me. I don't know. Anyways, today I wanted to go through a flowchart with you guys. I made it. And feel free to join the Discord. I'll give you a picture of it or however you want it. But yeah, a lot of you guys already know this stuff or maybe implement it into your collecting or investing. But if you're new, hopefully this will help you out a little bit. The theme of today is, and by all means, this is not law, okay? Doesn't mean you have to implement this into your strategy. There's going to be variances that, change this up. But it's a good staple to kind of ground yourself with. If a popular single card jumps in value, where do we go, right? So I'm talking more so the Moltres, the promo card of the stained glass birds here. Okay. That's kind of what we're hitting home on and my thought process behind all of this, right? And this happens all the time. But the first question you got to ask yourself, is it real or is it manipulation? Now, how do you know if it's real? Well, the way you're going to know if it's real is you're going to look at the history, right? In a given week, this card sells maybe 58, 35, 60. It's got highlights of, 124, right? But as long as it's consistent, right? Like it's somewhere, it can definitely have its peaks and valleys, but it's got to show trends of that, right? So again, while it's booming, it's 65, 77. This isn't anything crazy. And when I'm talking about crazy, I'm talking about like the Drowzee, right? The Drowzee is an infamous card that got popularized in the recent eras. And it was through manipulation. People saw, it was selling 87 items sold a week, and then it, jumps to 202, right? When this happens, apply the graph, if it's manipulation, sell the card, right? If you want money, that's the whole goal here. I'm not saying manipulate by any means. I'm just saying if it's manipulation, you can just go out and sell the card. Because prices will correct drastically, right? But if it's real, what's going to happen, right? Similar cards may, all right? This is no law by any means. I'm just trying to help you guys understand my thought process and a lot of other people's thought process, right? Cards may experience similar trends. Now I'm talking like tag team's kind of blowing up right now. And yeah, so a lot of the tag team cards are shooting up in value. But if it's real, right, you're also going to see PSA 10s rise. Now we're talking, let's see here. I have it pulled up. So a current sale just sold for about $500. That's crazy. 500, 425, 400, 440. Now if we go back, I don't know, let's shoot for the middle here. Page 6. This is in May. So it was $200 card. I was looking at card shows and I was like, man, this is my favorite card. I need to get in a PSA 10. That week I had bought other stuff. Didn't really have the money to spend, but I passed on it. God, do I regret that. Because this is a card I'm talking about. I've been talking about this card quite a bit. It's a really good investment. And we actually made a video a few weeks ago saying, it's a great pickup. It's under $60. So, now it's up there, now just raw, it's 120. Okay. So now we know that it affects the PSA 10s, right? And again, this is just going from the single card jumps in value. We're going to do different approaches. It doesn't necessarily mean, there's different approaches to everything. It doesn't mean if sealed goes up that, yada, 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 right? Like everything has a different course and we're going to go over those in the future. I think this is a good info video, but anyways, we're going to stick to this. So once PSA 10s go up in value, a lot of people are also going to pick up PSA 9s. And the reason a lot of people will do that is either A, they want the card in a clean version, all slapped up, protected, or they're probably going to regrade, right? Because a lot of times 9s are right on the border, especially if they go and look at the card. They can get a good idea if it could grade a 10, and then they'll resubmit it. So don't be surprised if PSA 9s end up going for a little bit more than raw. So you could see, you know, let's say the PSA 9 version of this is probably going to go for about 140 if we look it up real quick. Yeah, 140, 145, 150, because people could regrade it. It's already slabbed up. It's a clean version of the card. You know, nobody's going to complain about that. So what happens, right? Once people start seeing this value that's coming with it, more sealed will get opened, right? More people are going to be like, you know what? I'm going to see what I got, right? Because if you're sitting on a $300 box of Hidden Fates and you potentially have a 10 in there, you know, you can get a $500 card, right? We just looked it up. You get a $500 card. So a lot of people open, they'll also have the packs on the side. You know, it's a gamble. That's what a lot of people love about Pokemon. You know, it is a gamble. So you will see people opening it up. And then also in turn, that means sealed items are going to go down in terms of inventory. So since people are opening them, people are going to be buying them as well. So sealed inventory is going to go down. That means the prices of them go up. So again, this doesn't mean everything in that category or that era is going to go up, but the items containing it. So if we look, you know, around June 9th, it starts to just take a step forward. I mean, my goodness, $70 to $127. So if we go and look at the Hidden Fate TTB, you know, another just steep incline from 300 to 350. And, you know, it's rising. It's only rising. It's most recent sell at 409. So that shows there. Marketplace gets emptied out and bought up as people catch on, right? So that's where you see the steep rise in price, right? As more and more people catch on, a lot of it gets picked up. I'm talking Facebook Marketplace. You're probably not going to see many of these, or if you do, they're going to get bought really quick. You're probably not going to be able to haggle because people are catching on. And eventually price will correct. It'll find a new price point. Okay. So maybe that's the stage we're in here. You know, it just took a giant jump. But you know what? Honestly, I do think this box, is a $500 box. You know, it's extremely popular. This promo is, in my opinion, you know, $100+ card. It's beautiful. Again, I said it's one of my favorite. You know, we're seeing that now with the Greninja. But again, you know, what do we talk about? There's, you know, 20 items sold, 100, what was it, 137, 163, 251. And all of a sudden it's at 610. You know, is this manipulation? Probably, you know, probably. But it still follows the same trends, right? Like the box that contains this shoots up, right? Like 236 now, you know, it just instantly jumped up. And again, I'm not going to be someone who's going to sell. I have a few of these. I'll show you. Should have had it all ready when we started. But yeah, I mean, I have a few, right? But like, I'm not going to sell them. I know the price is going to dip, but I don't know. There's a part of me that just doesn't want to screw somebody over. So, and I do think it's a cool card. You know, people argue that it's a Black Star and, Gold Star. And, I don't know. I think it's a cool card. There's not many of them. It's hard to grade. $2,000 for this card and a PSA 10. I think that's a little bit crazy, but hey, just happy to be in the ball game with that one. But yeah, so it's going to find its, you know, new price point. And yeah, so hopefully this helps you guys out, kind of figuring out your way around stuff when you see these things happen. If you like this video, give it a like, comment down below. Hopefully this helps somebody. For anybody who knows this stuff, you know, good on you, and good luck with your collection. But yeah, I plan to do more of these in the future. Until then, guys, peace out. Thanks for watching. All right, later.